Ricky, mate, is this a title race? I'm going to ask you right now, mate. Is this a title race, first of all? Performances like that was right up your street, was it not, Rick?
Absolutely right up my street. First half particularly. They couldn't get through us. They could not get through us. And because of that, we managed to get a couple of decent chances ourselves. We had the better chances in the first half.
We did.
And it's all about the team shape. The team shape in the first half was unbelievable. Now, why? I'm not criticising the manager. He's doing a great job. But he must surely have understood that when we played at the Etihad, how good these are. You've got to get your team settled behind the ball, let them have it in there. In fact, I'll tell you something that happened. There was a ball that sped through to the keeper, and a lot of the crowd around me were criticising Martial for not chasing the ball. And I said, he doesn't need to chase that ball. He's got to stay where he is. If he chases that ball and they play it past him, the team shape is then with 9 outfield players instead of being with 10 outfield players. And in the first half, we did it to an absolute T, and they hardly created a chance. And then because of that, we won a couple of balls back and created chances ourselves. We could easily have been up at half time.
Easily, mate. I totally agree with that. I mean, you said there he should have done that in the first game. Is it more impressive that he's took a step back from that? He's learnt from every defeat we've had this season.
Seems that way.
For me, was the biggest positive from that. When I seen the line-up, you seen Fred in there, you understood straight away, didn't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You understood why he was doing it, didn't you? The energy, keeping De Bruyne quiet, which Fred did superbly today. He was exceptional at that. But Ricky, I want to talk to you about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Me and you have criticised Wan-Bissaka in the past. Today, and over the last few times he's playing, he's been decent. But to do that today against a quality outfit in City, he deserves a little bit of praise.
Without a shadow of a doubt, he was brilliant. But, you know, to be fair, to beat City, all your players have got to be on it.
Exactly.
And everybody played well. I'm not declining it whatsoever, by the way. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. When Grealish came on, I'll tell you what, I mean, we don't want to start talking about City too much, but Jack Grealish to me is an absolutely wonderful footballer. Wan-Bissaka did great against him, but why they don't start with him and why England don't start with him all the time is beyond me, but that's another story.
That's it, man. We're talking about England's best there. We've gone through Foden, we've gone through Jack Grealish. We've not had a sniff, mate. In fact, City's only shot in the last 2 games on target was that goal.
Was it?
It's tends to show where they're going. So that sort of makes you think ahead as a United fan now and go, if we beat Palace, if Arsenal have a bad day against Spurs, and then City have got Spurs then after that, and then there's an Arsenal and City game coming up as well, it starts to open up, does it not?
We could be in the mix. We could be in the mix.
Oh, Ricky's saying it. He's getting excited.
Don't click that bit. Click the full bit. Click the full bit. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and too carried away. You know, these teams are still class. Well, Arsenal have come on this season, but I don't see any reason why we can't match Arsenal. I don't see any reason why we can't match Arsenal. It's City who are the problem. They've only got to start clicking again to the standards that they normally click, and they're capable of winning 12 games in a row or something. So I would still say City are the favourites, but we might not be far behind.
That's it. You say City could win 12 games in a row. Rick, that's 9 for us. So you can't ignore that, can you? And people will say, look at the teams that you played against. United have the best record.
I've got to say something about
that,
Adam. I've got to say something about that. A few people have said to me, it's only against them, it's only against them, it's only against them. We didn't always used to beat the teams that you're expected to beat. That's where you've got to start. That's where you've got to start.
But on that, mate, like I just said, you look at the top 6 table, United have got the best record in that.
In the top 6,
we've beaten all of the teams in that top 6, apart from Newcastle at Old Trafford this season. We are ahead in that little mini table, so people can say that. That added to the run that we're on, Rick, surely says we are going places under Ten Hag, and the title race. You can look at it and laugh at it, but at the end of the day, right,
we're only halfway through, aren't we?
He's only getting better. A quick word from you on Marcus Rashford, Rick. You've always had
he's coming on the tree.
But 16 now this season.
Unbelievable, mate. Honestly, it's not the goals. You know, I always say this. It's not the goals. A lot of people go off goals and assists and stuff like that. I just watch how a player plays, and I'm seeing a stronger player. I'm seeing a player who's getting his back into the centre backs when it comes to him. He just looks a miles better player with or without the goals. So and I think the manager has got to take a lot of credit. I don't think that Marcus has just suddenly decided this season that I'm going to start doing that. You know, I think the manager has, pumped it into him. Same with Fred, playing miles better than I thought. Wan-Bissaka playing great whenever he plays. I think the manager's doing a wonderful job with lots of the players.
That's it, mate. We're running out of time here, Rick, mate. But
got to mention Luke Shaw.
I was just about to say it. Then I've got a feeling who your man of the match is going to be.
We stood here about 3 weeks ago. Can't remember who was against Bournemouth or Forest. And he'd just played his first game at centre. He's played for us in a 3 before, but never in a 2.
Yep.
He'd just played his first game at centre back, and I stood here and said to you, I've not seen a centre back play better for Man United this season. And I'm sure a lot of people will see this clip, see this video, who saw that video. And lots of people said, what's he on? What's he talking about? And here we are, literally 3 weeks later, and he's first choice. He is first choice. I told you, after one game there, he's absolutely top draw. Today, we've got Martinez, Lindelof and Maguire on the bench. What, 180, 190 million quid worth of centre-backs? And Luke Shaw is playing at centre-back, and he's different gravy.
Kind of shows that the old comments from a Mr. Graham Souness early in the season about size of a centre-back count for absolutely nothing, Rick. We've got 2 of them now.
Yeah.
That's it, Rick. Absolute pleasure, mate. Go and have a drink, pal.
I can't wait.